When Bella arrived at the assembly ground, she noticed the teachers and students staring at her with curiosity. She could hear some whispering, and she knew they were wondering why she had quit the prestigious all-girls Bright Future Academy to attend this public high school. The new girl, I heard she was expelled from her previous school. So that's her. Look at her acting all high and mighty. Bella held her head up and attempted to ignore the comments. She stood silently in the back of the assembly, waiting for the headmaster to speak. Mr. Charles, the tall, stern-faced principal of Pinnacle Success School, strode onto the makeshift stage and loudly cleared his throat. "Good morning, students," he said, his voice booming throughout the field. "Today, we have a new member joining our school. Bella, please come forward." Bella's heart rate increased as she walked towards the front, feeling as if hundreds of pairs of eyes were scrutinizing her every action. "This is Bella," Mr. Charles said. "She's joining us from Bright Future Academy, and I expect all of you to make her feel welcome." As Bella stood there, the murmuring got louder. Bright Future Academy was a well-known institution, and many were curious as to why Bella had left such a reputable school. After the assembly, Bella went to her new classroom and sat at a desk in the back in an effort to remain unnoticed. However, as students rushed in, many of them stared at her openly. A girl with flaming red hair slumped down in the seats beside Bella. "Hi, I'm Aria," she said with a warm smile. "You're the new girl from that fancy school, right?" Beja responded, relieved to have found someone who seemed kind. "Yes, I'm Bella. It's nice to meet you," she said. "Why did you leave your old school?" "It must have been something significant to end up here," said Aria, leaning in and lowering her tone to a whisper. Bella felt her face get hot and opened her mouth to answer. But before she could, a boy's voice interrupted the classroom's conversation. "I bet I know why she left," he said loudly. "My cousin goes to Bright Future Academy. Says there was a huge scandal about a girl who was sleeping with teachers for grades. Bet that was you, wasn't it?" The classroom fell silent. All eyes turned to Bella, waiting for her response. She felt her hands begin to shake. "That's not true," Bella said, her voice stronger than she felt. The boys laughed at the notion. "That's exactly what everyone says. Why else would you leave such a wonderful institution for this dump?" Aria stared at Bella with wide eyes, wondering if it was true. Bella suddenly stood up, her chair making a loud scraping noise against the floor. "I said it's not true," she said. "I'm here to learn and study just like everyone else. The incident at my former school is in the past." But even though the class teacher interrupted the discussion right then, Bella could still feel the stares and hear the whispers all around her. Throughout the lesson, Bella found herself having trouble keeping up with the curriculum as the day progressed. The teaching method at Pinnacle Success School was unlike anything she had ever seen, and there were few resources in math class. When the teacher posed a question, Bella lifted her hand to answer, just as she always had. "Ah, the new girl thinks she's smarter than all of us," one girl said. Bella mumbled, feeling conflicted as she slowly lowered her hand. She knew the answer, but was it worth bringing more attention to herself? During lunchtime in the schoolyard, Bella sat alone beneath a tree, feeling more lonely than ever. Aria walked toward her carrying a lunchbox. "Mind if I join you?" Bella nodded, thankful for the company. "Listen, about what that guy said in class," Aria began. "I apologize for his uncool behavior in spreading such rumors. Thank you, but it's true that I made some errors at my old school, but I never did anything that terrible," Bella replied, adding, "I just want a fresh start. You've got one here. It might not be as far as you said, pausing for a moment. "Although your old school was wonderful, once you get acclimated to it, Pinnacle Success isn't that bad." As they went on talking, weeks went by as Bella gradually started to get used to life at Pinnacle Success School. She began to see a glimmer of hope that she might be able to find her place here after all. One day, Mr. Stephen, the English teacher, announced a writing competition. "The winner," he said, his eyes scanning the classroom, "will represent our school at the state-level competition. It's a big opportunity, so I expect your best work." When Bella arrived home, she immediately began writing in order to demonstrate to everyone that she was more than simply rumors and gossip. She spent hours perfecting her story, pouring all of her experiences and feelings into it. She was very pleased with what she had produced. Mr. Stevens stood in front of the class on the day of the results, holding a pile of papers. "I've read all your submissions," he said, "and I have to admit I'm amazed, but one stood out. Bella is the winner." The classroom was filled with murmurs of excitement. As Bella walked to the front to collect her paper, she felt a mix of excitement and worry. "Your story was truly exceptional," Mr. Stevens said, smiling. On her way back to her seat, Bella heard a group of pupils whispering. She probably won because she used her old methods to impress Mr. Stephen. Bet she didn't even write it herself. She probably got help from her rich parents. Bella felt her happiness wane. Would she ever be able to get away from her past? Arya, who had become Bella's closest friend, saw her anxiety and whispered, "Don't listen to them. You won fair and square. Your tale was amazing." However, Bella was unable to overcome her sense of uncertainty despite Arya's encouragement. That evening, she approached her parents. "Mum, Dad, I won the school writing competition." Her parents smiled with delight. "That's wonderful, Bella," her mother said. But Bella went on to say, "Some kids believe I cheated. They don't think I could have one alone." Her father's expression changed when she said that. "Bella, we know that you've been working hard to change things, so don't let anyone make you question yourself," her parents advised. Bella decided to take the rumors head-on the following day. She went up to her English teacher after class. "Mr. Stephen, I heard some students say I might have cheated in the competition, but I want you to know that I wrote that story all by myself," she said, her voice trembling a little. "I never once questioned that, because your writing has a distinctive voice that cannot be replicated." "Don't let anyone tell you differently," Mr. Stephen assured her. Bella felt encouraged by Mr. Stephen's remarks and resolved to demonstrate once and for all that she was more than simply a beautiful face. As the state-level competition drew closer, Bella put in a lot of effort to prepare, spending hours in the school library reading and doing research. Her commitment did not go unnoticed. As Bella was absorbed in a book one afternoon, she looked up when someone cleared their throat. She saw Sami, one of the best students in her class, standing by her desk in an uncomfortable manner. "I heard you're really good at the literature assignment, so I was wondering if you could help me with something I'm having trouble with," Sami said timidly. This was the first time someone other than Arya had approached Bella for assistance, and she was surprised by it. But she responded with a smile, saying that she was sure of it. As they collaborated, Bella discovered that she was enjoying the process of teaching and explaining words. Word quickly spread, and soon other students were asking for her assistance as well. Arya observed this change with a smile. "Look at you," she said one day, "from outcast to unofficial tutor. I told you things would get better." On the day of the state tournament, Bella learned that Bright Future Academy, her former institution, was also in the finals. She was anxious. The tournament took place in a large hall. The audience at the hall was large. It was actually Bella's own narrative about a girl who made errors but learned from them. As she read, the room became silent, and everyone paid attention to Bella's story. There was a moment of silence when Bella completed, and then everyone began to applaud loudly. After a long deliberation, the judges were finally prepared to reveal the winner. The head judge paused and said, "Bella Udoka from Pinnacle Success School is the winner of this year's state writing contest." Bella couldn't believe she had won, and the students at Pinnacle Success School in the audience cheered loudly. As she went to collect her trophy, she saw her former teachers and classmates from Bright Future Academy. It could have been Bright Future Academy's victory if they hadn't kicked Bella out. Backstage, while Bella was calling her parents to tell them the good news, she saw someone coming toward her. "Congratulations, Bella," a voice said. Bella looked up and saw BC walking towards her, crying. "Bella, can you ever forgive me?" BC said. "I'm so sorry for lying about you and telling everyone at school that you were sleeping with our male teachers. You told a lie that caused me to be expelled from school," Bella raged. "I was jealous, and I let it consume me. Please, forgive me, Bella." "If you want me to forgive you, tell the truth to everyone," Bella retorted before leaving. With a wide smile, Mr. Charles, who had come to watch, said, "Well done, Bella. You've made Pinnacle Success School very proud." The next day, Miss Rose, the headmistress, was surprised by Bissy's revelation. She had almost destroyed the girl's future with her falsehood. Bissy was forced to retake her course and remain in school for an additional 2 years as punishment. She would watch her classmates graduate while she stayed behind and attended classes with younger students. Mr. Johnson and Mr. Jerry were deemed unqualified to teach and were fired from Bright Future Academy. Meanwhile, there were significant changes at Pinnacle Success School. Instead of whispering about Bella, people started approaching her for assistance with their academics. Bella's study group grew more and more. At one point, some of the students were discussing Bella. "Do you recall when we assumed she was simply a gorgeous, wealthy girl?" asked one. "Yeah, I feel bad about that now," answered another. "She's really nice and intelligent though." At the conclusion of the academic year, Mr. Charles summoned Bella to his office. "You're a great student, and Pinnacle Success is really proud of you for doing well in your studies and for helping other students as well," Bella remarked with tears of delight in her eyes. "I appreciate you, sir. Pinnacle Success gave me a second opportunity, and I am appreciative." Bella reflected on all that had occurred as she left the office. She had arrived at Pinnacle with her career feeling lonely and frightened, but now she had wonderful friends like Aya and had demonstrated her intelligence and diligence. Bella realized that beauty or intellect alone are insufficient. The way you used your abilities to benefit others was what truly mattered. Bella felt genuinely joyful as she joined her buddies for lunch. She had also discovered that it's acceptable to make errors as long as you learn from them. She was now stronger and had wonderful friends to support her. Even though she was aware that there would still be difficult times in the future, Bella was no longer simply a beautiful girl from Bright Future Academy. She was now Bella from Pinnacle Success School, an excellent student, a supportive friend, and a state writing champion. She was glad of who she had become. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my upcoming story. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be the first to see our next story.